So in August 2010, I went to my first Burning Man. And I've been to Burning Man 5 times. It's been years since I've been there. But it was kind of a mecca for me. I'd learned about it. Not that many people on the East Coast knew about it at that time. And I was just dying to go there. And I got an opportunity, and I had about 2 weeks lead time to get there. So I went, and I showed up on a Sunday night, and it was crazy. I was alone, and I had a tent, a sleeping bag, a cooler, which I bought in Reno before I went. And I just showed up. So when I first arrived there, I didn't really understand that I was making an incursion into someone's predestined camp. I mean, they had some cones around it and stuff like that. But I just drove up, and I pitched my tent, and then these people came over and said, "Hey, you can't be here." So I begged them. I was just like, "Please let me stay here," and they had a powwow, and they came back. So they said, "Okay, you can stay." The next day, the sun comes up, and it's beating on this tent. It's so bad. And I realized that I kind of had no home. So I had a guitar with me, and I would wander around during the day. I would go to places like the center camp, or I would just go into people's camps. And people who'd been there, they had it all figured out. They had rugs, they had pianos, they had, gigantic tarps that were, the 4,000 square feet, whatever. And I would just show up and just plop out on a couch. Sometimes I would play guitar for people. And it was really interesting because I had next to no social proof at all. All these people who were going out there, it was the cliques, and, people had their friends and everything like that. And I was just showing up in their faces. And it was really kind of funny, but it really, there was a thing that I didn't expect, in that I didn't expect to be so devoid of social proof. And I kind of have that now. I have that now on YouTube. I basically am here to help people. And I have a lot of experience in a lot of different areas. I have experience in studios. I have experience as a musician, a player. The other thing I will say is that I had a job in my building managing the building, and that lasted for 22 years. Ended a couple of years ago. And it was a thing where I got more and more and more involved in it. It became a paid position. And I thought that I was basically going to die doing that position, in the sense that I'd always have it. And so in the last few years before it ended, I really stepped up my work to make as much progress on the infrastructure of the building, like, elevators and, fixing up the outside and getting intercoms and, all this stuff. So, and then I thought, my salary would reduce a little bit and I would still always have this oversight role. Well, suddenly I got informed that that wasn't going to be happening. Different people move into the building. People don't know you so well. And so I ended up being sort of ejected from that. And in the meantime, I had put a lot of my music life on hold. So clients, I've always had a recording studio here, and clients, I just didn't take on clients for a long time while we were doing all these projects. And now it's like I'm walking into that tent at Burning Man again. And the tent now is YouTube. So here I am talking to you. You don't know who the hell I am. I can't stay in my tent all day. I've got to do something. And this year is going to be kind of the make or break year for this. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, it's January 2nd, 2026. And my first 2 days of 2026, well, first off, I was sick as hell because there's this flu going around. But also, because of that, I've had a lot of time to just think about things. Because, there's always some place you can scroll or something you can do. And so I've been doing all the scrolling and all the stuff, but there's been a lot of respite in the last few days as I cough and, try to get better and everything. And, it's been a highly emotional time. Just thinking about what the future holds. I mean, we're going to be okay, basically. We're going to be okay, but things might change a lot. So I hope that you will be along for the ride, and I hope that you'll tell me what I can do for you. Recently I've been teaching piano, and I studied piano with a very well-known teacher. He was Dizzy Gillespie's music director and a well-thought-of pianist, but an amazing teacher and really known as much as anything for that. And that really was when I learned how to approach the piano as a musical instrument, and also learned a lot of orchestration and stuff. And so I'm teaching that here. And like I said, I've been sick, so I've been off for a couple weeks. And one of the things I notice about that is that I've gotten a lot of subscribers all of a sudden very fast because of that, but almost zero engagement. Like, people don't comment so much. I did a video on Dorico when Finale died, the music engraving software, and what I found was that people were highly engaged in that, mostly because they're pissed because they can't use Finale anymore. But almost nothing on these tutorial videos, even though they do get me a lot of subscribers. So anyway, I have not really been getting too many comments, and I wonder if I could be doing something more helpful, or if this is the really helpful thing. I hope you'll help me understand that. And also, just want to say Happy New Year. It's been a tough year. 2025 was a tough year, I think, for all of us, pretty much. I want to do what I can to make 2026 your year. So if you can help me understand what that is, I would really appreciate it. For now, I'm going to sign off, and I hope you have a wonderful 2026. I hope I can help make it incredible. Thanks.